Welcome, MES late GB Deshpande High School Baramati. Subject Science and Technology. Chapter number 2 Periodic Classification of Elements. In last lecture, we have to study about the periodic classification designed by scientists Dobereiner, Newland, and Mendeleev. Now, we have to study the periodic classification of element, the modern periodic classification of elements by scientist Mosley. He thought that the number of electron are the fundamental property, or number of atomic number is the fundamental property of an element, not atomic mass. We know that atomic mass is describe that number of proton in the nucleus of an atom and also represent the number of electron in the outer shell. So it is given the atomic number which represented in an element by a letter Z. So the modern periodic table is basically based on the modern periodic law, that is the property of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number. When we have to describe the modern periodic table, then it consists of 18 group and 7 periods. In modern periodic table, the position of isotope is clear. The position of nickel and cobalt is clear. The position of hydrogen is well explained. Now we have to study the structure of modern periodic table. In modern periodic table, elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic number. The vertical columns are known as a group. The horizontal columns are known as a periods in the modern periodic table. There are 18 groups and 7 periods in the modern periodic table. Elements having same number of valence electron are placed in the same group, and in period the elements having same number of shells are placed in the same period. Groups in modern periodic table, there are 18 groups. In first group, alkali metals are placed. In second group, alkali earth metals are placed. First and second group in the modern periodic table are called as a S block element or light metals. In third to 12 groups, transition elements are placed in modern periodic table. 13 group is called a metalloid group, and 14th group consists of carbon, silicon, germanium, titanium, lead and other metalloid are placed in the 14th group. In 15th group, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth are placed in the 15th group. In 16th group, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium are placed in the 16th group. In 17 groups, non-metals are placed, and in 18 groups, noble gases are placed. There are called as the inert gas elements in the 18 groups. In periods of modern periodic table, there are 7 periods in the modern periodic table. First period, this is known as very short period, as there is a consist of only 2 elements, hydrogen and helium. Second and third period, there are total 8 elements in each of the second and third period. These periods known as the short periods. And in fourth and fifth period, there are total 18 elements in each of the fourth and fifth period. These periods are known as the long periods. Sixth period, there are total 32 elements in the sixth period. these periods known as very long periods, and in 7 period this period is known as incomplete period. Blank spaces in this period are supposed to be filled by the element discover in future. All the 118 elements are now discovered. The entire periodic table is divided into 4 blocks: S block, P block, D block and F block. The S block element consists of group 1 and 2. The group 13 to 18 is known as a P block element. Group 3 to 12 is called the D block element, while the lanthanide and actinide series at the bottom form the F block element. The 3 traditional type of elements can be clearly shown in modern periodic table with the help of zigzag line. The metalloid element lie along the border of zigzag line. All the metals lie on the left side of the zigzag line, while the non-metals lie on the right side. We have to shown in the figure that the zigzag line, it consists of boron, silicon and other elements. That left hand side all the elements are metals, and in the zigzag line all the elements are metalloid, and right side all the elements are non-metal. Periodic trends in the modern periodic table. Next topic. When the periodic table consists of periods and groups, the properties of element in the periods and group of the modern periodic table are compared. Certain regularity is observed in their variation. It is called the periodic trends in modern periodic table. In this standard, we are going to consider the periodic trends in only 3 properties of elements, namely valency, atomic size, metallic and non-metallic character. Valency. The valency of an element is determined by the number of electrons present in the outermost shell of its atom, that is the valence electron. The valency. In the period, the valency of the element increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases from 4 to 0 from the left to right. And in groups, the valency is the same for all elements of the group. There are some examples in second period elements: lithium, barium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. The valency is how interpreted in periods is shown in the example. First it is gradually increases, and at the middle it is gradually decreases. In group, first group, hydrogen, lithium, sodium and potassium, the valency is remains same. So valency in the group is same for all the elements in the group. Next periodic trend is atomic size. We know that atomic radius is the distance between the nucleus of an atom and its outermost shell. Atomic size. In period, the atomic size of the element decreases from left to right because nuclear charge increases, and so electrons are pulled closer to the nucleus. This is the example in which the atomic size decreases in left to right in second period. And in group, the atomic size of the element increases from top to bottom because number of shells increases and the distance between the nucleus and shells also increases. Now the next example is in the group first A, that is hydrogen, lithium, sodium and potassium. Atomic size is increases because the number of shells are increases from top to bottom. Now third trend, that is metallic non-metallic characteristics, is understood that metals atom have a tendency to form cation by losing the valence electron This property is called electropositivity of element. On the other hand, an atom of non-metal have a tendency to form an anion by accepting electron from outside into its shell. So metals are basically electropositive and non-metals are basically electronegative. The periodic trend is now studied with the help of that sentence, the electropositivity and electronegativity in modern periodic table. Metallic character: in a period, the metallic property of the element decreases from left to right, and in a group, the metallic property of the element increases from top to bottom. So metallic character is studied with the help of period, that magnesium in third period, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. Sodium, magnesium and aluminium are metal, silicon is metalloid, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and arsenic are non-metal. So metallic character is decreases from left to right, and in group the metallic property of the element increases from top to bottom. That is, in group 6A, elements are carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. From top to bottom, carbon is non-metal, silicon is metalloid, germanium is metalloid, tin is metal and lead is also metal. So metallic character increases from top to bottom in a group. Non-metallic character, that is electronegative nature. In period, the non-metallic property of the element increases from left to right. In third period, we have to show that sodium, magnesium and aluminium are metals, silicon is metalloid, phosphorus, silicon, chlorine and argon are non-metals. And in a group, the non-metallic property of the element decreases from top to bottom. So previous example we have to study about the group 6A, that is carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. The non-metallic character is decreases from top to bottom. There are three periodic trends we have to study today, that is valency, next one is metal non-metallic property, atomic radius. These three periodic trends are very important in our SSC exam. The question will be basically asked on that topic. It is a chart in which we have to easily study our periodic trends in periodic table. Thank you for today's lecture. After now, we have to discuss on the question arises from that chapter. Thank you.